on the way. You would have known already electron, proton, neutron, and a black hole. These all are not separate. First, because of the full speed, electrical charge, magnetic wave is more, so it is called the electron. When it is reduced, the electricity is reduced simultaneously. So that is called the second stage of the particle is called proton. Then the neutron. It goes further reduced. There is very less force in the spinning. Similarly, there is less magnetic wave. There is no charge, too much charge. That is called neutron. When it happens, completely the particle stops. When it comes to that, it becomes a black hole. That is gravity, almighty. Almighty, the gravity is black hole. So, in Hindu philosophy, God is called as black. In Sanskrit, it has come as Krishna. Krishna is black. In Tamil, Karupan. You would have known. Many people are having the name as Karupan. That is called God. So, these four stages of a particle. That is the different name. Also, you take the whole universe as a family. In the family, there is Father. You imagine or have the concept of the Father as pure space. Then, by the self-compressive surrounding pressure force, that itself is split. That becomes a particle. Part is particle, that's all. So, particle you can imagine as a son of the Father. Then the same particle, again, when the self-compressive force around is pressing, it gives, so it becomes a somewhat friction and becomes diluted. You can imagine like that. You wanted to sharpen your knife. You are waiting for the person who is coming and sharpening by some small machine run by leg. So there is a wheel, stone wheel. It will go on rotating. It keeps the knife like that. What happens? There is a friction. From the friction, millions of particles are coming. Where from the particle coming? From the knife. Like that. From the particle, when the friction comes, automatically the particle is reduced, and a minimum, what the particle itself is infinitesimal. The word infinitesimal comes, you cannot see, you cannot perceive, imperceptible. Beyond that, there are several levels of volumes. We are not using those volumes. They are called micro, nano, like that. Nano is 10 millions times. When you reduce anything to 10 million times, that is nano. Like that, it is going on reducing until it becomes nothingness. The energy came working. The same energy is intensified as particle. Very same particle is reduced by its wave function of the wave. When the wave joins with the space, wave is what is called yoga. Yoga is a magnetic wave. When it is joining with the space, that becomes magnetism. The whole universe, all the functions, all the movements are going on only by the magnetic action. This is in a family, it's a grandfather. Grandfather is holding the hand of grandson. Both are having dancing and running like that. So all the drama acted by both grandfather and grandson. This is the whole universe. What you see in the universe, nothing but fluctuation of repulsive force. Whatever the action may be, there is a repulsive force by the friction of Almighty on the particle. So, from the friction, the wave comes, wave repulses and keeps away each and everything aloof. That is a repulsive force. Whatever you see in the whole universe, the force is repulsive force. So, the whole universe is nothing but fluctuation of repulsive force. Nothing but. So, this is you keep these four principles in the mind. One is God, Almighty space. Second is infinitesimal energy particle. The third is yoga, the third particle which is coming as wave. Then any wave in the universe cannot stay in the lengthwise because surrounding pressure forces everywhere. So that will make everything into global shape. So that wave also is made into global shape. That becomes that also we are calling as particle. When the particle joins with the space, that is magnetic.